washerwoman on the chair, arm straps back cross, leg straps in back cross. Allows the person to know where the spine is moving in space and avoids that leaning back of the legs. Going up and down, the Tye4 facilitates balance on this exercise, which takes quite a bit of balance and control, allows her to feel the continuation of movement through her whole body, and allows the arms to be active in this exercise. Whereas without the Tye4, they are not using resistance. Continuing going up and down, the Tye4 creates proprioceptive organization in space for this exercise that's fairly difficult. The extension of the hip with the back cross creates more resistance. The arms using resistance continuously. The leg receiving resistance as she makes that rond de jambe circle to change sides. Again, the resistance of the Tye4 in back cross as she goes up and down and then extends through the hip. Rond de jambe using the support of the Tye4. Going into a pike, increasing the core contracture and the flexion of the torso as she moves up and against that back cross of the arms. The legs are able to maintain better length and connection because the Tye4 is giving continuous feedback through the movement. One leg press. As she moves her arms out to the side, she increases resistance throughout her arms and shoulders. Another example of using resistance with the upper body, just doing a standard single leg press. Allows a very simple exercise to become multidimensional and creates resistance in the upper body. Trim the rim. Keeping a long and neutral spine. Most of the resistance is being felt in the upper body. An example of side stretch, also known as mermaid. Looking from the back, you get a nice view of the wrapping and lengthening that goes on using the Tye4 in this exercise. Continuous sense of connection to the core and to the center. The feeling that the arms and the legs are the extension of the center of the body. The Tye4 allows for a helpful wrapping and resistance throughout this exercise. Also allows her to utilize her core muscles more efficiently, keeping a long torso, creating as much space as possible in every joint of the body. The swan. The Tye4 acts as a proprioceptive point in space and some resistance as the torso moves backwards. Maintains length through the hips and the knees and the feet, creates even more resistance in the upper body as she does both the double arm pumps and the single arm pump. Allows her to feel where to create lift through the whole abdominal area. Thread the needle, an exercise that can be difficult for people to maintain balance, difficult to understand where the body should stay in space. The Tye4 allows the body to feel all the points in space that it needs to reach to. And this very difficult twist teaser. The straps on the legs allow her to have a little more control of the lower body than if she didn't have them, more resistance through the upper body, creating a dynamic interchange between the upper and lower body. Same exercise, thread the needle, clear long lines in space, much more articulation through the spine, especially through the thoracic spine, allowing some deep rotation, nice range of motion into that side twist, into side teaser. A teaser movement, sitting back and sitting up. The Tye4 does most of its work here with the lower body, allowing her to maintain the position of her lower body in space and work the core up against it. A version of single leg stretch with a balance. Very challenging to maintain that balance. It's an advanced exercise, facilitated by using the Tye4 and increasing the connections in space as the legs move and the torso works to stabilize. A stretch mostly facilitated in the lower leg, opening through the hip flexors, allowing her to remain controlled and remain lengthened through the hip, connecting into that stretch of the hamstrings for a nice long line. A scissors, feeling resistance through the whole body,